Hola, and I'd like to welcome you from the heart of nature. My name is Kim Hao Leung, and I work as a leadership trainer and mentor. And welcome to today's video. The other day I saw a very inspiring movie clip of William Friedkin. And William Friedkin was an iconic and legendary film producer and director, obviously, and he made some of his biggest hits in the early 70s. You may know The French Connection and The Exorcist. In short, in this video clip, he was referring to a place he visited in Kyoto, Japan, the Zen Garden. And in this spot, he had an epiphany. He felt, maybe, all through his life, he felt that a separateness between people and a loneliness. But it struck me, especially the loneliness. Because nowadays, many people, maybe at an increasing pace, they feel lonely. So what does that mean, to feel lonely? When people start to feel lonely, they try to fill up that gap, the gap that they feel inside, something that is empty, something that is missing in life. And it seems that our society is all organized and structured in such a way that when people feel lonely, they need to be helped. It needs to be fixed. So how can it be fixed? By outer circumstances, by providing solutions to the loneliness. Think of a very simple example, maybe go on a trip, or maybe buy some chocolate, or maybe go to this restaurant, or maybe, in a more worst case, maybe drink something, maybe take some substances, right? I know this might sound a little bit extreme, or maybe you think it doesn't make any sense, but that's how I see it, that a void needs to be filled up, this void of loneliness. And when people feel lonely, they start to look outside of themselves. They are looking to feel whole again, to feel comfortable again, to feel that they belong. But here's the thing. The loneliness, it's not there. The loneliness, the perception of loneliness, the feeling of being alone happens in our minds. It's a thought about that feeling. It's a thought about a certain situation that people are in. And I like to reframe that. And I like to give you another perspective. Because, hey, maybe you feel lonely at times, and it's completely normal. It's completely normal human behavior. I felt lonely at times. But when I was thinking about it, when I contemplated about the notion of feeling lonely, I realized it's not the loneliness, it's something about that we have deserted ourselves. So let me repeat. When you feel lonely, it means that you are not home in yourself. Because a sense of loneliness, a sense of looking for something outside yourself to fill something up inside so that you feel whole again, so that you don't feel lonely again. It's all about a distraction, a longing for something that you have forgotten about. Because we are whole, we belong. We don't need to look for something else and stuff that fills us up so that we feel whole again, so that we feel seen again and acknowledged again. That's the trap. And that's the very trap society has put on us. That we need to find solutions outside of ourselves. And, you know, fair enough, there's nothing wrong about going to a restaurant, or there's nothing wrong about meeting other people. There's nothing wrong about, you know, eating chocolate. I love chocolate. But there's a difference. When you do such things with a consciousness, with a maturity, that you know that you are not alone, that you know that you are whole, that you know that you are home in yourself, it shifts everything. Then the outer circumstances, they are there, but they are not essential. They don't define who you are. And then a detachment, an independence can arise. So you are not alone because you are with yourself. Let me repeat, you are not alone because you are with yourself. And once you start to realize that, you know, baby step by baby step, you start to come home in yourself. And actually it's kind of fun to be with yourself, to sit on a bench by yourself, to sit in a cafe by yourself and drink a cup of coffee and observe. Okay, you may look at your cell phone, obviously, but in that way you get this glimpse, you get this sense of that everything that happens outside, it's part of this world, yet you are not from that world, but rather you are in this world. I hope this makes sense. So for today, I'd like to invite you to maybe observe yourself. Do you feel lonely? If so, no worries, it's completely normal. But what do you do about it? Do you notice that you go outside, or you have a tendency to call friends, or you go to parties, or you take certain substances, or you overeat? All kinds of distractions. Just observe and be curious. Don't judge yourself. Be open and see what that insight, albeit slight, can change your perspective. Because we are whole, we belong in this moment as who we are, and we blossom the same like, you know, this beautiful bougainville. It's a perfect metaphor. We are this bougainville. We blossom, no matter what, because we are home in ourselves, and sometimes we forget about it, and there's always an opportunity to return home. Wishing you a marvelous day. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to see you in the next video. From my heart to yours.